What is up, everybody? What is up, everybody? J-Raw cutting me off there. It's okay. Welcome to Reliable Gaming Network. My name is Aaron. Joining me tonight is Sprawll, my co-caster in crime. We have a pretty awesome matchup for you tonight. Mythic versus Nutty Glock Train on the RGN $1,200 Summers Inn tournament. We're going to go ahead and start right away into the pistol round. And they're going to be rushing out of A main onto the A bomb site. Mythic starting over on the T side. They're rushing hard. One's over by quad. That's going to be Garbro. He's going to get dropped by Lex. And they have control of the A bomb site already. Bomb's going to go ahead and go down. And again, this is a best of 3 tonight, guys. And we have Mythic versus Nutty Glock Train. Again, AGM with that Glock to the head. Actually, no, that's going to be a P2000. And that's going to be a very quick round for Mythic here. Only losing AGM. And that's going to be a #1 point to them.
Yeah, good first round there for Mythic. Just taking A bomb site, just splitting. I believe they had one coming out of Squeaky, the rest coming out of A main. And props to Garbro for staying alive as long as he did at quad box there, giving his team time to rotate over. But unfortunately, the retake was just not quite good enough. And we are jumping into this next round here, and we do see an eco, very standard, obviously, for Nutty Glock Train. And we actually have 2 AKs and 3 Galils, so no playing around here from Mythic. And actually, Cleo is just going massive, gets 2 frags already and lit up another player. This is a very awkward looking eco, and he's going to get a third. He's got 14 HP. He does go down. Abe is going to get another here. It's down to a 2v3. Oh my god, Floki is the last one alive, and he's going to go down. Massive play by Nutty Glock Train. Cleo, man, what was that? Just walks into warehouse and just starts spraying with his P250, gets a headshot, another frag really quick, and we are right into a 1-1 scoreline. Wow.
Yeah, so Nutty Glock Train sitting there and ecoing the hell out of Mythic. And those of you who are joining us or new to the game, Mythic is a mix of Justice and Reliable Gaming players. And we're going to do a quick roster rundown as Mythic sets here and is going into the B-bomb site rather hard, but Patron shutting them down. Darkmon getting the 2K, and it's all down to AGM. So he's going to get taken down with a nice scout, and we're going to do a roster rundown real quick. Nutty Glock Train, we have Patron, Cleoman, Darkmon, Garbro, and Zeke. And over on Mythic, we have Lex, Abe, AGM, Flowstick, and Markladon. Mark the Shark over there. And it's going to be a 2-1 scoreline as Nutty Glock Train takes the eco in the second round, and we'll go ahead and secure the third round going into this fourth.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see what is going to be the play from the T side here. That B rush clearly didn't work out as planned, only getting 1 frag down there. So they are currently smoked out of A main. So they're just going to walk up here, and I imagine they're just going to wait for the smoke to go, and there is a smoke grenade on Lex. He's probably going to smoke down Forklift and just try and rush the site as hard as they can with all 5 members. And Cleo, man, already spots one. Floki's going to go down. And Garbro's going to get a second here, so they have been spotted. Garbro's going to get a triple, and Markladon is the only one left, and he's going to be circling around it. Actually, he's going to try Ninja Plant here. Can he get it? He's not going to get that plant. So that would have been a small victory for Mythic, getting a little bit more money there, but not the case. It is 3-1 for Nutty Glock Train.
So going into this next round, 3-1 is your score line. Op is going to be picked up by Lex, and it's going to be a gun round for both teams here on Cash. As Nutty Glock Train, actually, you know, I thought it was going to be a blowout, honestly. I've not heard of Glock Train and Mythic, a well-known clan here. And I thought it was going to be somewhat of a blowout, but they're holding up against Mythic so far. Heading into this next round, Super Lex with that op. He's going to be over in mid. AGM working his way into Squeaky. Flowstick over by the B-bomb site. And they are just looking for picks right now. Superlex is going to go ahead and take an op shot. But he is not going to connect. As I'm hearing Nutty Glock Train, I don't have voice enable 0 on. So I'm hearing actually Glock Train actually using in-game comms. And you can hear them. And it's actually kind of cool to hear them. Flowstick going to go ahead and get an AK shot into Patron. So that's going to be a nice opening for Mythic. As AGM over there and Squeaky will open the door, they're going to toss a nade in there, do a little bit of damage to him. And the bomb is in the hands of Margladon.
Yeah, we do see another frag here coming in for AGM. Garbro is going to go down, and Cleoman's going to get one of his own as well. So AGM has been dropped. It is a 4v3, and it does look like the terrorists are going to rotate back to that B side of the map. Abe's going to get another frag there, and here comes that B push I was referring to, and we only have Darkmon up in heaven, so this is going to be a difficult hold from him. Cleoman is rotating through CT connector as we speak, and the bomb is going to be planted. What do we have for nades here? We do have 4 flashes total for the CTs, so they could utilize those and hopefully try and land those in proper positions and come in guns a-blazing, but no, they are going to save, which, again, not a bad idea. Mythic being the experienced team they are, you're probably not going to get that 2v4, so saving those guns, not a bad idea at all. So curious to see whether or not we're going to see some hunting going on from the T side. They are fairly low in money, so I'm doubting they're going to extend too much, but we do see Abe kind of checking his corners, making sure there's no one kind of waiting for a frag in CT, waiting for any exits here, and that is going to be the round for Mythic. 3-2, and that pretty much just came down to picks from Mythic. They were just waiting to see who peaked where, and I believe that both those picks that they got were in mid. And once you take that mid control, it is really difficult. It's such a long rotate for the counter-terrorists that they were able to work that B site quite handily. So here we are in the 6th round.
3-2 your scoreline, and guys, if you're new to Reliable Gaming Network or RGN, go ahead and say something in chat. We love to hear from our new viewers. Make sure to click that follow button if you are new. We have a lot of CS action coming up here in the coming days and weeks as this tournament rolls on. Flowstick, you want to go ahead and get the opening frag there into Darkmon, giving them the man advantage currently. Lex, with that op, will also do work and take down Cleoman. So it's down to a 3-on-5 extremely early here, as we have Garbro guarding the A bomb sites. AGM setting and Squeaky. He's going to open up and spray. He is going to tag Garbro, but only a little bit down to 85 HP. 3-2 your scoreline. 1 minute left on the clock. Plenty of time here. Abe is going to go in the vents. He's going to find Zeke. Unfortunately, he's going to go ahead and shoot him down. As unfortunately...
Wow. Zeke's going to drop and get a double there. So no big deal. He was just hanging out in vents, and yeah, Abe just walked in there, just had no idea what was going on. And AGM's actually pushing out a Squeaky right now. He drops Garbro, and they do have control of the site. 12 HP on Garbro, so this is pretty darn close to a 2v2, but obviously you can't count AGM out. He does have a frag as well, and Zeke's going to get a frag on Margladon. Can they get AGM as well? And is down to Lex. He's holding at forklift here, and that is going to be Patron just coming up from a highway, getting that headshot, and another round for Nutty Glock train. So if we do look at the money situation, the T's are going to be able to buy again, but that was definitely a round that they were hoping to get. Considering they got the early picks there, I think that was just a little bit of careless play by Abe going into the vents. Obviously, you don't expect someone to be boosted up in there, but that being said, you do need to make sure you're kind of checking that as you're peeking, right? So
again, guys, this is a best of 3. Right now we have Cash. Then after this we'll have Dust 2, and if needed, we will go to Mirage. And we have some awesome players too for this best of 3. So expect some awesome CS action tonight. 4-2 your scoreline. Nutty Glock train on CT, on Cash doing work so far, up 2 rounds. No deaths just yet. Bomb is going to be down over behind, looks like Garage there, as they are looking for picks. So Smokey is going to block them from the mid area. Zeke and Cleoman have control, and Superlex is going to go ahead and pick up that bomb. No ops here, just AKs in the Galil for AGM, as they slowly make their way, just looking for anybody to make a mistake over on the Glock train team. Again, AGM over there in Squeaky just spamming, seeing if he can get any picks or do some damage, but no, he's going to go ahead and back off. They're going to flash out mid here and try for some mid access. Superlex, Margladon, and Abe are going to go into vents there. But Cleoman is sitting there poised and ready. He's going to tag one, but Margladon with that AK will get the early headshot. And it's down to a 4-on-4, but Margladon tagged down to 16 HP. AGM will spot one up in heaven. One is on plat 2. That's going to be Darkmon. He's going to get taken down by Abe, and Flowstick with that AK spamming up to heaven. So they have control of the bomb site. Bomb is going to go down. It's down to a 4-on-3. Zeke and Vince is going to find one, but Abe is going to go ahead and trade back and take down Zeke. So it's down to a 3-on-2. Patron and Garbro, the last ones alive for Nutty Glock train. One is in CT. That's going to be Patron. He gets taken down. And the last man standing for Glock train is in heaven. Flow6 is going to come around. But Garbro, with that AK, is going to go ahead and shut him down. This is doable as Markladon is down to 16 HP. He's going to spot one. He is going to get the kill, but Markladon's going to peek out from sight and take him down. So that's going to be a round for Mythic, and only down one round now here on Cash.
Very close retake there. That last guy, I believe that was Markladon on site. 18 HP, I believe he was left with. So very, very close there for Nutty Glock train. And probably, honestly, a little bit sloppy of the post-plant positions. They probably shouldn't have dropped that many after the bomb was down. But again, Nutty Glock train is looking really solid right now, hitting a lot of good shots. So that's definitely going to be the reason why they can do those excellent retakes. But we are going to see, again, AGM is pushing up in the squeaky position. Garbro being the only one on A site, and they love the setup. Cleo, man, just works A highway and supports A if he needs to. Zeke is pushed way up, and he's been doing this more or less every round. I can't remember a round he hasn't been doing this, so he hasn't been caught necessarily, other than I believe that he was one of the first players to get caught when they did work those pick strats on the T side. But still working the spot, and they are going to flash out a warehouse here is Markladon. So it does look like an A-side play from the T's here. I imagine AGM, there he goes. He does, wow, and he actually gets, I believe that was a headshot through Squeaky Door, because he did take Garbro down to 58 HP, trying to connect on Cleo Man, but it's not going to happen. Garbro gets one, Cleo Man gets another, and we are down to a 5v3 here. So don't really know what can be done other than they have left A still a little bit defensive. Like Garbro is the only one on here with 58 HP, so some work could be done. They are going to push up. Abe's going to go down, leaving Markladon as the lone survivor. He's going to get a double of his own, though, and I'd love to see him just go for the plant here and at least secure the money for his team, but is going to be a three-man retake, and he does get the bomb down, but gets sprayed through the smoke in the process. So good bomb plant at least, makes the best out of that 1v3. And we are moving into the next round here. So 5-3 is the scoreline for you guys.
Heading into the next round, the money not looking too hot over on Mythic. It looks like they're probably going to have to save here, as only Markladon and Superlex have really any money to buy anything. But they will opt up for some CZs and P250s, and they'll be saving this round. So you know what? Nutty Glock train has done it. Let's see if Mythic can do it. Go ahead and eco this team. And they're gonna, looks like they're gonna go ahead and full out rush B here. Two members of Glock train are on B. Zeke is in mid there, so he has access to Vince. That's gonna be A taking the first frag. Patron asking back, but he's also gonna drop. Zeke's gonna push his way through Vince and gonna get a kill, but also gets dropped. So that fast, it's down to a 1-on-2. Flow6 is gonna go ahead and pick up a rifle. AGM with that CZ, that pocket AK of his, as bomb is going to get planted onto the B bomb site. Garbro up in heaven right now with that op. Flow6 is going to get a nice headshot onto Cleo Man, so just like that, it's down to a 1-on-2. Garbro, the last one alive with that op. He's peeking around, seeing if he can find anybody, but Mythic, AGM is going to be there with that CZ. He's going to peek out. He is going to connect a little bit, but not in it. There he goes. He's going to get that kill, pick up an op, and that's going to be an eco round for Mythic. I'm bringing it back to 5-4.
Yeah, what an eco round for Mythic there, just taking B in style. And honestly, I was watching Darkmon as they came at a site. He threw smoke down, and then for some reason his crosshair was looking in checkered. And as soon as they came through the smoke, he tried to flick over and get those shots, but that was literally the opportunity that they needed. If he had his crosshair focused on that smoke, probably could have sprayed them down as they came in, but that little advantage is all Mythic needed here. And look at this, we do have an eco rush coming out from the CTs, and as that is happening, all the Ts are rushing into A site. So they're going to get the site for free, and they are not quite looking to their flank. Lex is going to be the one contesting there. Does get dropped to 5 HP, so Flowstick is going to come back and answer here. And they are just going to try and flank their hearts out. Coming from A main, there is one player, which is Cleo Man, and he has looked really good with that P250. He's been practicing his P250 deathmatch servers, that's for sure, or rather pistol free-for-all. And that's going to be 5-5 for the scoreline. Can't really say for either team because we are tied up.
Bringing it back to its side, and it looks like, well, Nutty Glock train, a few of them have some cash to buy up. Darkmon only has $3,300, so he is looking to, well, he's going to buy FAMAS. No, yeah, he has armor too, so that's good for him. As it is 5v5, or excuse me, 5-5, all tied up as we head into this next round. Super Lex the streamer, the awesome guy who often color casts here on RGN. You might be able to hear him every once in a while. And he's going to have that op over in mid. As it looks like Mythic opting for an A take once more. Cleo Man's going to get dropped. A and Flowstick finding kills. Patron asking him right back, so it's down to a 3-on-3 here. As Flowstick finds a third kill. And it's all down to Zeke, the last one alive. He's going to be propped up there. He's going to go back down ladder and get tagged by Flowstick. That's going to be a 4K for him. And it's going to be an easy round for Mythic.
Yeah, not bad at all. They took A just very quickly there, and although Garbro did get that one frag as they were coming in, they were able to trade efficiently and take that site, and yeah, ending up in the 3v1, that definitely was a favorable situation for them. So 6-5 is our scoreline right now, and I think this is a testament to the experience from Mythic. They're just kind of feeling out how Nutty Glock Train plays. Again, you're kind of playing a lesser known team. You really do need those kind of feel out rounds. So we are seeing Mythic kind of hitting their stride here. So let's see if it continues. And as we speak, they are currently taking mid control. So Lex is actually boosted up inside of the vent. Ooh, he's actually going to whiff.
And
well,
it's going
to...
Did you lag out there, buddy? You okay?
Nope, we're good. We're good. The flank is real, though. And Zeke's going to be the last one alive, and they have no idea that he's super pushed up here, so he may actually be able to flank in behind, and I don't think they'll suspect that he'll be this close. He's going to drop down to checkered, and can he get Flowstick? He is not going to get that kill. So there was some weapons down mid, were there not? I'm surprised that he didn't go and grab a weapon, but it is what it is. We are 7-5 in this match.
So Mythic finally finding the lead here, going up 2 rounds, 7-5 on cash. And again, guys, you're watching the RGN $1,200 Summers In Tournament. And, yeah, we have a lot of CS action coming up for you in the coming days and weeks as this tournament gets started. We've already had some awesome matches. And, yeah, that was really odd here on Nutty Glock Train as they knifed their own teammate Darkmon down to 28 HP with that op. So maybe some disagreeing going on there. Little.
And that was the thing. It was 2 pokes. It wasn't just one. You know what I mean? Like occasionally in matchmaking, you're like, "Oh, damn, sorry, dude, I just knifed you." But that was a double click. That was definitely a double click. But anyhow, we are getting into this round.
You know, just some love taps. That's all. Just a little love tap. 3-3 so far, as 2 members of each team are down and setting on the bitch, kind of warming it up for them. As, wow, Patron's going to peek out, take down Super Lex in mid, and Mark Ladon and AGM, the last ones alive. Bomb is in the hands of the AGM versus 3 members who Darkmon is still alive, surprisingly, even though he's getting some love taps by his friends. And they're going to be taking control of mid here. AGM is in vent, spraying at Garbro, and they're both in mid. That's going to be information for Patron and Darkmon as they're setting up for a possible B take. 39 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time to do something here as Garbro backs himself off to the A bomb site. But they are going to go ahead and go full steam into Checkers end to B. But Patron and Darkmon are waiting. They're going to go smoke it out and run onto the site, clearing it out. One is in heaven here. That's going to be Patron. He's going to find the kill on the Mark Ladon. So AGM's the last one alive. He's getting the bomb plant down. Darkmon with that P250 is going to come out, but AGM is going to go ahead and take him down. And it's now 1v2. Make that a 2v9 as Patron, again, finding the kill into AGM, getting the defuse, and they're bringing it back slowly, 6-7.
Yeah, what a close round there. And I think the difference was who was pushed up there, up in heaven? He was avoiding the Molotov, the Molotov. And the thing is, the Molotov was just a little bit too deep, so it would have stopped someone from going up there afterwards if they hadn't been there already. But he was already at the top, so he was just basically camping at the side of the flame, not getting hurt, and they did not suspect that at all. Abe got dropped, looked pretty out in the open there, had no idea that that was going to be a peak, and it is 7-6 here, so very close match so far. And as I speak, we are getting an A rush, and it is a split. We do have one squeaky, and first frag goes to Garbro. Can he get another here? He does. Can he get a third? He gets a hat trick already. He's down to 5 HP though, and Cleoman's going to come in and back him up, and we are down to only Lex remaining. He's going to peek around the corner, and that is going to be 3 for Garbro and 2 for Cleoman. So that was a huge defense on A site.
Yeah, Mythic tried this before, and they got control of the A's bomb site very easily, but Nutty Glock trained ready for it this time, and they brought it back all tied up, 7-7, as we wait for Mythic to go ahead and buy up. Markladon getting that AK, picking up a, it looks like they're all going for a few CZs and a few Tech 9s here, heading into this next round. As Super like spamming through that, he was so close to connecting too, through mid and garage there. As they're all playing right now just for picks. It looks like Zeke is going to be playing very aggressively up mid though, waiting for anybody to peek their head out. AGM with the bomb is still over there by Squeaky. He's going to make his way back to mid, and it looks like they're just going to be the setting up for possibly a mid take here. Zeke is in vents. Cleoman is sitting there in mid also, watching for any type of push, as AGM is slowly walking his way over to the B bomb site. Flowsick also over there. And Superlex and Abe are going to go ahead and peek out mid. And Zeke is waiting for them. He's going to find one. He's going to find a second. Can he get a third? No. Markladon is going to end his streak, getting a 2K himself. And it's down to a 3-on-3. AGM with the bomb gets dropped by Darkmon in B. But Flowsick with that AK is on point tonight, taking down Darkmon. Down to a 2-on-2. Markladon's going to spot one. He's going to go ahead and jump on the bomb site and go for the plant. Patron and Garbro versus Flowsick and Markladon. Bomb is going to be down. Let's see what they can do. They're going to get flashed. They're going to back up for a little bit. Patron down to 22 HP. He's going to spot one. And that's going to be it's going to be Flowsick down to 44. Bomb is taken away. They have to do something quick. Garbro finding one. Garbro finding a second. And that's going to be a defuse for Nutty Glock train and a lead once more, 8-7.
Yeah, that's going to be halftime for us. And that's definitely for Mythic. I feel like that was a decent T side for them. Again, this is a pretty balanced map, but I still feel like it is slightly CT sided. So to get 7, obviously they were probably hoping for more, especially going against a team that everybody's kind of not sure about. We don't know a heck of a lot about these guys. So it's interesting that they would get 7 rounds, but anyhow, we're just waiting for these guys to ready up, and then we're going to be jumping into the second pistol round, and obviously a very important round for both teams, being 7-8. It could mean the difference between pulling ahead by 2 for our counter terrorists, or 3, or rather 4, because they're already up 1 for our terrorists here. So again, just waiting for the ready up, and we will be jumping into this half in just a moment.
And again, guys, if you are new, make sure you say something in chat. We love seeing the new faces out here. This is the RGN $1,200 Summers in Tournament. And like I said, we've already brought you a lot of CS action. We have tons more coming up in the coming weeks and weeks as we get this tournament underway. So make sure you click that follow button. If you like what we're doing here and you want to show us a little more support, go ahead and click that subscribe button, as we have some awesome giveaways coming up here soon. At 25, we're going to be giving away an op. At 30, we're giving away a lesson, I believe, and at 50, we're giving away a knife. So make sure, if you like what we're doing here, you want to show some support, definitely click that subscribe button. If not, just click that follow button. That means a lot to us also. We're getting some awesome new stuff here. We got instant replay. That's pretty revolutionary, I'd say. Right, J-Raw? High five. Going into the second half here Nutty Glock Train switches to T with 8 points. Mythic with 7 on CT. And we're going into the pistol round.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the setups here. We do see that there is a kid on Superlex, so very important. Again, I was even talking to Ricky about this in a previous cast, how underrated it is to buy that kid on pistol round, because it really is. It is a good chunk of money, but it can be the difference between you guys winning the round and not, obviously. And we do see a walk towards A main. Cleoman's going to be the first one in here, and he's going to get dropped immediately by Lex. They're still storming in, though. Nade goes down. Abe gets another in the... And Abe is going to get a triple here, and actually going for the chance knife. Zeke gets the knife on him, though, and we are on to the 1v3. Zeke, can he make something happen? And no, he's just going to get slaughtered in the smoke there. So, interesting round, to say the least. One in here, and he's going to get dropped immediately by Lex. They're still storming in, though. Nade goes down. Abe gets another in the... And Abe is going to get a triple here, and...
Choo-choo, here comes the USP train as Abe just knocks him down left and right on the A bomb site. So that's going to be a round 4. Mythic, 8-8, all tied up, and this is going to be a slaughter. AGM and Abe just doing work in mid, and just like that, it's down to Cleoman. Abe is going to pop out, get another triple. Oh, baby, a triple. And that's going to be another round for Mythic.
There's something to be said about Cleoman and his P250 kills, because he seems to get at least one headshot, like a headshot frag, on every save round. Like, I'd like to go back and watch the whole match again just to figure out how accurate that statement is, but at least every time I'm paying attention to him, specifically on an eco, he's getting so much work done, and he was the whole reason that they made it 1-1 after losing the pistol round. So Cleoman definitely doing work for their team, and we do see an A-side push from the terrace here. So actually 3 are going to be working squeaky and 2 coming out A main. So they are on another eco. We do see a smoke by Zeke. Where is he going to throw it? He's actually going to allow all of his buddies to come out squeaky through that smoke. And are they going to use that flash as well to go down right away? Abe's going to get a double. Lex getting one of his own, gets a second, and that is going to be a triple for Abe and a double for Lex. So good anti-eco. Again, flawless from the Mythic side here.
Abe getting turkeys left and right. Here, triple one game, triple round, and that's 3 rounds in a row he's had triple. So he's had a turkey so far in these past 3 rounds, and he's just doing work tonight for Mythic. 10-8 your score line, as this will be a rifle round for both teams. Garbro picking up that op. Over on Mythic, we have a couple FAMASas for Flowstick and Mark Ladon. Mark the Shark as we head into this next round. Bomb is going to be in the hands of Darkmon for Nutty Glock Train. They're going to be boosting up in mid. Abe is waiting there. He's right over him. Abe is just going to wait patiently. Garbro with that op will go ahead and peek out, take down Flowstick. And look at this. Abe is going to go ahead and trade out that kill. So, down to a 4-on-4. Lex with 1 HP. And he's going to be setting over on the A bomb site. Oh, so lonesome. As the rest of Nutty Glock Train are in mid. Just looking for anybody. Abe still peeking around, throwing a couple shots out there. AGM is actually going to be over in Vince, hoping for anybody to peek out. And that's going to be Patron. He's going to spot one. There's another one there. That's going to be Zeke. But he's going to back off after Patron gets dropped. So it's going to be down to a 3-on-4.
And we're going to see a work towards this B site here. Cleoman being the entry rather. Moving up with that op. Is he going to be able to get a frag here? There is one being marked on site. Oh, he goes for that quick scope. He does miss that shot, and that was a very important... Yeah, and this is just going to be Zeke attempting to salvage this round, and he's going to push up into sight, does get that frag, so he's going to get the bomb down. All of a sudden, this is definitely a winnable round. Superlex at 1 HP, but Abe with the flank just blindsides him, and that's going to be the round for Mythic. So 11-8, and I think Nutty Glock Train could technically buy this next round, but I'm interested to see if they're going to save just to get kind of full nades on each of their players, but we're going to find out in just a moment. Looks like they're even discussing, and there we go. They are going to go with the buy. So, and more or less, again, with 4,500, most of these guys can get a full nade set, as we can see. and it's only going to be Garbro grenades, so here they go. Zeke is going to be coming up. Wants to peek mid quick, and actually, ooh, he has no idea how close that spray was, and Abe is pushed way up, firing through that smoke, and I really like that play from him. Obviously, there's more than likely a terrorist or two usually in warehouse at the very start of the round, so good play by him there. I don't believe he tagged. Did Zeke get tagged by him, or was that by someone else?
Zeke did get tagged by him.
Did get tagged by him, so it's a great spam spot. That's not bad at all. And we do see the terrorist working this mid play once again. AGM is inside of vents, and he's actually going to flash out here. And, ooh, he's going to drop a smoke as well, and actually just barely Zeke is going to miss that shot. But what are we going to see here from the terrace? We do have Darkmon working up Squeaky, so this could be a tell at their hand here that they are going to be working a site. And currently, it's only Lex actually opting into a main from quad box. So it's actually, oh, he's going to get that easy flick, though. No big deal. And that's going to be the first frag for Mythic. And 2 more in the bag here. So it is a 5v2 right now. One is Garbro, and actually, huge flank by him, picking up a double. But unfortunately, the flanker got flanked. And AGM's going to pop out events and put an end to that round. 12-8 is our scoreline.
The flanker got flanked, and that's going to be another round for Mythic here, going up 12-8. As we are on map 1 of a best of 3. After this, we have Dust 2, and if needed, we will be going to Mirage for best of 3, map 3. But who knows if we'll need it? We'll have to see. You're going to have to tune in and make sure you stick around and see if we do here. They're going to be rushing into the B bomb site here, and Mythic was not expecting this, but Flow6 is going to pick up a double there. Can he get a triple? He gets a triple, and Zeke is going to find a kill of his own, and it's all down to Zeke. He's going to get taken down by AGM, and that's going to be a very quick round for Mythic. Going up yet again, 13-8.
Yeah, good anti-eco there for Mythic, just staying calm and just, you can see, I believe that was Flowsick with his USPS after the initial frags there. They're just keeping it calm, keeping the comms clear and making sure they know where the last guy was and cleaning them up handily. So no problems on that anti-eco for Mythic, so let's see what happens in this next round for Nutty Glock Train. And actually, we see a huge push-up mid by Mythic. And Abe's going to be here. Gets that first frag. AGM gets another. And it's already down to a 5v3. And this is not the spot you'd like to be in, that's for sure, if you are Nutty Glock Train, because the momentum is not with you at this point. They've yet to pick up a single round in this half, so just everything they've tried is not working. And oh, geez, Patron actually does get that frag, but immediately gets traded by Abe. Lex is going to find one in A main, and we are down to a lonely Darkmon. He is the only one left, and he's going to work his way back mid. Plenty of time to work with here. So I'd like to see him do exactly this. Just work it very slow. See if he can catch someone off guard, and then start his reign of terror. But he does have plenty of work to do, obviously, for counter-terrorists being alive. And only 40 seconds left on the clock. So he might just save here. And again, that's not a terrible idea. If we take a look at the money here, they are fairly low, but they are at max loss bonus right now. So they get enough that they should be able to pretty much full buy next round. And Darkmon does hear them pushing up. Ooh, does not get that spray down though. Markledon with the crouch, and he's going to make it happen for his team. So 2 for Abe there, 1 for Lex, and 1 for Markledon. And I believe I missed one more, but that is quite all right. It is 14-8.
Shout out to Drewski in the chat, my old casting buddy and producer over at what used to be Gamefire back then. That's where I kind of got my start-ish into casting. Good friend of mine tuning in tonight. 14-8, your scoreline, as it's going to be a rifle round for both teams. And shout out to all the new viewers too. If you're new to the stream, make sure you say something in chat. Click that follow button, as we have a lot more CS action coming up for you in the coming days and weeks with this tournament. So 14-8 Mythic over Nutty Glock Train as we get into this next round. Again, this is just map 1, guys. We have 2 more, or another maps, and if needed, a third map in this best of 3. As we're going into this next round, they're setting up for what looks to be a B push, as they're waiting for time or that smoke to clear out. AGM and Vince right there. Markledon on site. He's going to go ahead and bust that open. That's going to be information for Nutty Glock Train that a CT is at least in there. A flash is going to come out by Marklodon. He is going to spot, unless that smoke's still there, Superlex is going to find a lurker. That's going to be Zeke all the way over by the A bomb site. And now the rotation is on as Nutty Glock Train is coming out. Darkmon finds AGM and Vince. Marklodon finds one but cannot find a second as Flowstick also takes down Darkmon down to a 3-on-2, and they do have control of the bomb site. Oh, but the bomb gets dropped by Abe, and it's all down to Patron against 3 Mythic players, and Superlex with that op will end his life, and that's going to be match point for Mythic.
Yeah, looking really good on the CT side as Mythic, and I think that, again, is the testament to them, again, playing together quite often. These players obviously know each other, and like we're talking about in chat right now, they do know each other, so the comms seems to be really, really good. They rotate really quickly, and the flanks are really, really good as well. So everything's really good for them, if you didn't get that part. So we are going to see another quick push up mid here. AGM is going to throw an Incinerary over into the boost spot, and it's actually trying to spam his way through, and I believe Garbro actually did taste a little bit of that. It's down to 83 HP. Smoke is going to go down, and that does give away AGM's position. They can see which way that kind of bounced in, and that should let them know that he's right underneath the boost spot, and Garbro is going to get that pick. So good play by Nutty Glock Train. Actually, they do get another pick here, so Flowstick is going to return, and so does Abe. This is down to a 3v3, 2v2 now. Abe with 15 HP, hiding on site, and he's going to get dropped. So could we see the first round for Nutty Glock Train here? It's down to Marklodon. He's going to be using it as Incinerary. Throws it into A main to try and cut off. I imagine he knows someone is back there or suspects so. Anyhow, we do have Darkmon at quad box. It does peek out. Can he get the frag? Darkmon is going to take it. So 15-9. We are not quite done this map yet. And Nutty Glock showing that they have what it takes to take at least one T round. Let's see if they can put another one on the board.
Yes, they have to get just a few more rounds here to bring it to a tie game in overtime. This is what they're wanting, or they will lose map 1. As we head into this next round, it's going to be a rifle round for both teams. 15-9, Mythic setting on the match point for map 1 as we get underway here. Lots of spam coming through smoke here. Just seeing if they can tag anybody. Garbro is tagged down to 63 here, and Cleoman spamming through a prop or a boost box there. I don't know if that's actually spammable, but we'll see what they're gonna do here. Bomb is gonna be actually down in mid here, so they are looking for picks rather, as one does get boosted here. Flowstick is sitting there tagging Patron through the warehouse down to 52, so very nice, and he gives him a smiley face too. AGM peeks out of Vince there, takes down Cleoman, so it's down to a 5-on-4. Flowstick just giving that happy face is hilarious. He must have known he was tagging somebody at least, as Patron is down to 41 because of him. So bomb will be picked up by Zeke, and they are slowly making their way into A main. And Darkmon is in Squeaky, and the rest of the CTs, or at least a few of them, are making the way. This is news to them, and they're going to be fully defending the site. Lots of flashes coming out, and AGM is going to make his way from B through. He's going to get boosted into Vince here, so they're going to make their way. The rotation is on, and Abe takes a double. What a nice kill, and takes a third. That's another triple for him, as Abe is absolutely on fire tonight. He gets a fourth. Are you kidding me, Abe? Freaking A. 16-9. Mythic takes map 1 as Abe is absolutely on fire, almost dropping a 30 bomb on map 1.